Once again, my name is Chris. This is Chachi. Like, as promised, we decided to do a movie review on Suicide Squad.
They want to know about the dim picture.
He was so distracted by the we were sitting here for 5 minutes trying to figure out what to say in the video, and then all of a sudden, what's that? Who is that? But, okay, anyway. I'm probably going to cut all this out anyway.
This is going to be on the behind the scenes.
Yeah, we should have a gag reel. Okay, anyway. As promised, I cannot get my thoughts.
Thinking about the picture.
Okay, guys. My name is Chris. This is Chachi. As promised, we decided to do a movie review on Suicide Squad. Chachi, what was your opinion on the movie?
I thought the movie, first of all, you cannot compare Marvel, who had, how long has it been since they've been on movie theaters, the all universe. Cannot compare that universe to DC universe, but that just started with Superman, the Man of Steel. That's how long? Only 2 movies besides the Suicide Squad. You can't compare it to 2.
It's 4 years ago, probably.
The Marvel?
Man of Steel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Only 2 movies besides the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
2 movies, yeah, they're falling on. So you can't compare the 2, you know. That's the first thing. Besides that, I thought the movie was awesome. You know, as a fan, I loved it. So
yeah, same here. I can understand why it got such a bad response with critics because here's my opinion. I could be completely way off with this, but my opinion is the reason why it got such a bad review with critics is because that the way the movie was set up, it didn't really waste time on fully introducing the characters. They didn't really focus as much on their origin stories or anything like that. So a lot of people who aren't comic book fans were very confused, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people
who aren't comic book fans, just like the average critic,
all the average moviegoers that don't really get comics, that just like the movies of the comics, which I understand that part.
Yeah, they really have no idea who these characters are apart from possibly Deadshot and Harley Quinn. Those are the 2 main villains in the movie that people might know about in some way or another. But all the other ones nobody's even heard of, like Katana or Captain Boomerang. I've heard of them because I've read the comics, obviously. But like I said, and Enchantress, I
don't know that much about her, but I've heard of her before, but not that much.
Enchantress, I can tell a lot of people got very confused because finally the DC EU, I think that's what it's called, DC Extended Universe, they finally introduced the magic realm in the films. So a lot of people were very thrown off by that because so far what we got was a semi-realistic touch on the DC universe, with Man of Steel, what he would have gone through at in this generation, and Batman freaking killing people left and right. But yeah, man, I'm just kind of rambling here. I have no idea where I'm going with this. But I'm probably gonna cut this out anyway. But yeah, the point being that I understand why it got a bad response. But I personally, as a fan of the comic books and the DCEU in general, I love the movie.
Okay. People can see your mouth.
But
you're talking to Mike, so that's what I'm saying.
But, okay, so now we're going to move on to individual characters. What did you think of the number 1 honcho in the movie, Deadshot?
Say it again.
What was your opinion on Will Smith as Deadshot?
My one big peeve of Will Smith is when he said that little one line, "Oh, we gotta be a Suicide Squad thing." If we take that out, I thought his character was perfect. You add that in, I'll add a rating. I will put it at a 8-9. if you take that Will Smith classic, hey, I'm Will Smith, getting jiggy with it like he usually does in every movie. The only movie I can see him doing that, hey, I'm Will Smith thing.
He very Will Smith.
Yeah. Just because of that one line, that's my pet peeve.
Well, he did it a couple times. I noticed, like when he tried to make Deadshot the funny black guy, the funny likable black guy.
A little bit, not that much. I don't think he tried to do it.
But I don't know. Yeah, that was one of my biggest concerns too. Is like I was afraid that Will Smith being cast, that he would easily overshadow everyone else.
Which he didn't, because I like the way they did it, where the main characters in reality, because this is based on Arkham Assault, the movie, they based it kind of like that. They gave Will Smith, since he is the bigger name, but they also gave, Deadshot his thing, because it's exactly how it was in Arkham Assault, just like how they introduced a lot of Harley Quinn, which I loved, but that's a different story, and we'll get to that in a few.
Yeah, so that's Will Smith. Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, I thought she did fine. She wasn't perfect by any means, but I enjoyed it. I mean, like, was she over-sexualized? A lot of people were complaining about that, but...
She was?
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie, I think she was.
She was a tiny bit over-sexualized, but I still liked it. I mean, like, she didn't go too over the top with the accent, that, oh, hi, I'm Harley Quinn, nice to meet ya. Like,
yeah, I didn't really hear like a accent. Does that make sense? Like the typical.
I caught a sense of it whenever she said like, "Oh, pudding," or
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, but Margot Robbie, she wasn't perfect by any means. I actually enjoyed Will Smith's performance of Deadshot more than I liked Margot Robbie's performance as Harley Quinn. That's just my opinion. Okay.
Yes.
And as for the other characters, who should we move on to? Jared Leto. Jared Leto as the Joker. Excellent job. Excellent job. Now you guys are probably wondering, like, who do we prefer? Heath Ledger or Jared Leto? First of all, let me just go off by saying that it's really, really hard to compare the two because there's such different portrayals of the character. Yeah, they're still batshit crazy, but the way Jared Leto performed you did not catch any like hint of Heath Ledger-ness at all.
Yeah, not at all. Which I like.
He did his own thing. Sorry, my cat's meowing. I gotta put her in the other room.
Tame your pussy. Bye, kitty. What's up? No, right?
Is that yours?
I have no idea.
I think it's mine. You can get your own.
I have that. I don't know if it's in your room. I just like this couch.
Yeah.
I want a couch like this at my house.
Yeah. Okay. We're back. Anyway, Jared Leto did an amazing job. It's just so hard. I don't want to...
You can't compare. Remember, I don't know what comic it was. Someone please let me know in the comments if we have any comments. But I remember when Batman sat on the little chair, but he gave him like he basically became a god.
Yeah.
And
I remember that comic too.
When they told him the question he asked, hey, what is the Joker's true identity? They revealed that there's 3 Jokers, which I was telling him about it. I'm like, well, if there's 3 Jokers, you really cannot compare those 3 Jokers as the same, even though they're very, very similar, like really similar. You just can't compare them because they're very similar, but they're slightly different in a way. So
yeah, there's such like. It's the same, like
they're the same but different. If that makes sense, I know it doesn't, but
it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
like you'll understand when you watch the movie how different Jared Leto was from Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger, he had a very, very dark, disturbed presence.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, he also had that dark, disturbed presence, but he was fun with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't.
Fun.
I'm gonna commit suicide while I'm trying to take you. He's more like that. Yeah. I'm gonna commit suicide, but it's gonna be funner.
Oh yeah, everybody knows. Any comic book fans out there knows that Joker is not suicidal in the least. No, like he might perform like dangerous stunts, but he only do them because he knows that Batman will save him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joker is not suicidal in the least. And this one you actually see just how much he values his own life. And in a way, Jared Leto kind of humanized the Joker.
Yeah, a lot.
Well, you see that a lot with his the relationship building between
Him and Margot.
Him and Margot Robbie, yeah. You see that. Okay, anyway, we're going to move on because we're kind of talking about Joker too much. Captain Boomerang, I cannot for the life of me remember that guy's name. The actor's real name. He's Australian. He's Australian.
Is he really?
I think so. He played in Australia, so I'm assuming he's Australian.
I thought he was British. Captain Boomerang was British.
I don't know.
The comments, please.
Yeah, but Captain Boomerang, I thought he was kind of, I don't know, I personally didn't really like him.
I liked him. I mean, if you watch Arkham Assault, it felt like almost the same. A little tweaks, but felt the same.
He just, I don't know, he felt annoying to me.
Which is most British, probably British, really. Australians, probably not as much. It seemed to me Australians are more cooler, but what do I know? I mean,
Like, he was
just a dumb American.
To me, he felt like he was trying too hard to be the comic relief of the movie.
A lot, yeah. A lot.
But I don't know. I personally didn't like him. Okay, but that's my opinion. A lot of you people might. Yeah, nobody cares about my opinion. Anyway, okay, Diablo. Diablo did a good job. The actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The actor, yeah. The character, I really do. It's like kind of entrenched. Heard about them. Didn't really see them nor care for them.
Yeah, he did a good job. Like he did a good job of portraying just how like how much this ability, if he actually had this ability, it would seriously fuck up his life. And I enjoyed it. Like he seemed a very what's the word, like a pacifist. He did not want to get into any fights at all.
Yeah.
Which
I kind of understand. I mean, we all go through that at times.
Yeah, he had this destructive power. He did not want to use it because he didn't want to hurt anybody else. We'll talk about that later on in the spoiler section. But yeah, the guy who played Diablo did a good job too. Okay, Killer Croc, the guy Adewale Akinchibalapa. I cannot pronounce that.
I don't know if he's like black or African guy. I think he's African, but my one concern about Killer Croc, I love Arkham the series, as in like the games and the movie. My number one thing, I just wish he was buffer. They played a guy. The guy who played him, I love how they didn't use CGI, just all that, you know.
Yeah, it was all just makeup.
All that was so perfect. My one thing that I didn't like the height, he was like, what, 6'3", 6'2", like in real life or whatever he is. The height was fine. The look was fine. My main thing was I wish he was just like looking like how they portray him in the games. It just, I wanted to look like unreal, unreal metahuman who was just like on steroids. That's what I wanted. I didn't really get it. I can't complain that much because at least that was the first time seeing him on live TV. So
I was very disappointed in how they didn't really give him that many lines in the movie. They just
yeah, I understand that, but I mean you can't really have that much lines when you have a cannibalistic guy
yeah, true.
on the team who all he wants to do is just.
He did an excellent job of performing, making you believe that he's a truly terrifying force of nature. Anyway, Adewale, good job, man. Alright, who's next? I can't think. Enchantress. Right? Should we move on to her or should we save her for last?
I think she was the villain. We should save her for last.
Yeah.
Rick Flag was in there.
Oh, yeah, Rick Flag. Rick Flag did a good job.
Yeah.
Considering, what he had to work with.
Yeah. I feel like they gave him a lot more screen time than the other, even though I don't know, I wasn't sure if he was part of the Suicide Squad itself or
he's just the guy who he makes them make sure they don't. He was a guy that keeps them all together, makes sure they don't go out of line, or because he has the kill switch. Literally has the kill switch.
In reality, if you watch the animated movie, of Arkham Assault. It was Amanda Waller. I don't remember if Rick Flag was in there. Let me know in the comments if she was or not, or he was, my fault. She was the main one that killed KGB in the movie, and in this movie, KGB wasn't there, which, I didn't care. Slipknot was there. He took his place, and he ended up dying, which I love, because I'm like, well, when they're going to show them that she's not playing around, which Rick Flag ended up taking that mantle, which I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess you can make it pass for him, but and they gave him a little bit too much screen time. If they would have took it down a little bit, I kind of understand why, because he was, I guess, not the leader, but he was the chief commander, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand that too. I was kind of annoyed how much screen time they gave him, because I thought this movie should have focused more on the bad guys.
Exactly.
And he was the good guy the whole movie. But Rick Flag, he did a good job. I liked the way he was portrayed. Anyway, so, there's a lot of speculation on who the main villain was in this movie, whether it was Amanda Waller or Enchantress. I personally believe it was Enchantress, but Amanda Waller is a close second, which brings us to Amanda Waller. What did you think about Amanda Waller?
No, not at all. I thought she did it pretty good, to be honest with you. I mean, in reality, in the Arrow universe, or not the Arrow, but the TV universe, she played mean, which I didn't like her. And the animated movies, she played mean, which I didn't like her. In this movie, she played mean, and I didn't like her. So I thought the character was perfect. I mean, the whole purpose of the movie is for you to like the hero, for you to dislike some of the villains, depending who plays the villain, and for you to dislike the true bad guy in some movies. And, she did 100%.
Yeah, the reason why I did that thing was because all my Harry Potter fans out there, I'm gonna say something little you can geek out about. Amanda Waller is the Umbridge of the DC universe. I did not like the actress Viola Davis, I think her name is. She did a fantastic job of portraying the character, playing the bitch. The bitch. She was but as the character, you grow to hate her because that's the way she's supposed to be. That's why there's so much speculation on who the villain actually was in this movie.
Then there were two. One that you actually fought, and one you can't fight because
Yeah, because she too has the kill switch. She is she's
the main person that's supposed to have it, and not like Rick Flag. I was gonna say Rick Story. That's the MMA fighter, but Rick Flag.
Yeah, the reason you'll hate the character, but you'll love the performance. You'll absolutely love the performance of Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. Okay. So, now it brings us to I guess she's the main villain. I guess.
No, who else was there? Wasn't there more people?
Oh yeah, Slipknot.
I feel like I just kind of said the Slipknot, but there's one more person besides Slipknot, wasn't there? I think there was. Let's talk about Slipknot first.
Oh yeah, Slipknot. We're gonna save them until the spoilers.
Let's do it right now. Screw the spoilers. Let's do it right now. I mean,
okay, guys, spoilers.
I feel like we spoiled it already, anyways. But whatever.
We kind of do. But anyway, Slipknot. I couldn't come up with an opinion for him because he
was only there for 2 seconds.
He was the first motherfucker to get his head blown off. Kevin, he was like, let's just escape. Let's get the fuck out of here. And then, boom.
And then he was like, oh crap, that could have been me.
Like I said,
hard to explain him because he was literally only there for
I kind of sensed that he was going to be the first to die though, because he wasn't in the trailers as much as everybody else.
And I didn't really pay attention to the trailer as much because when you see something for the first time and you're not really paying attention to it, I totally forgot all about him. I can't remember even the posters. I didn't really see that much posters of him. Yeah. And that was another thing. I'm like, well, I was happy. I'm like, oh, at least they killed someone that, hey, I'm Amanda Waller, I don't play. And I'm happy that they, I guess, killed him right away. Yeah. I was happy. I don't know about you.
They showed we ain't fucking playing. But, okay, who else was there?
The Katana? No.
Oh, yeah, Katana.
Was it Katana?
Yeah.
I thought her name starts with a T. I don't know.
Yeah, her name is
Tatiana
Katana.
or something like that.
It's Katana. Katana!
Gee.
come over here.
That's Scorpion.
Like, I couldn't really come up with an opinion about her either because she didn't really have as many lines.
And the lines were in Japanese. Yes, there were subtitles, but I'm like, my people, come on, you ruined
They didn't really focus on her too much.
Which I kind of liked.
Yeah,
I mean,
because she has her.
oh,
own
and
thing.
she was a volunteer. She wasn't part of the Suicide Squad. She volunteered to be the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, she was the only one
So-
who wasn't forced into being there, which I really liked. I thought it was cool. Like, oh, you can volunteer to be part of the Suicide Squad.
I know.
Like, but like
That's
she
what
was there like to kind of assist Rick Flag to like keep everybody in line,
Yeah.
make sure they didn't do any crazy shit. But like there was the weird thing with the sword. I felt like where she
Yeah, because they didn't even if you watch pay attention to the Arrow TV, they did not explain that at all. And her and this I was gonna keep calling Tatiana.
Yeah.
What's her name? Katana. This Katana version, it's after he died, and then the one that portrayed him was before he died, and like a day after he died, because then then season 4 of Arrow came and we never saw her after he died. And she just left. I don't know if she's going to be there in the new season 5, but...
So let me break it down for you guys. Katana, she has this sword that whoever she kills with it, their souls get trapped in the sword. What are you doing?
No, go ahead. I'm just providing a comment that people want to watch.
But yeah, her... I'm already mumbling again. I'm going to have to cut a lot of shit.
You were talking about Katana and
Yeah.
her backstory.
Yeah, her backstory is
She
like...
was in the part of the Asian delegation and the Triad clan. That's about it. I'm joking. I'm so racist.
But anyway, her husband gets brutally murdered with this sword, so his soul is trapped in it. So what Katana does, she vows revenge on the people who unjustly murdered, dude, who unjustly murdered her husband.
Come on, he's also talk.
She wants revenge on the people who unjustly murdered her husband. So what she does, like, since she believes that her husband's sword is trapped with her husband's sword,
Which they did not explain this in the Arrow universe. Just saying, but go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna cut that out.
Yeah.
Okay, she believed that her husband's soul was trapped within the sword, so she kept the sword and decided to kill all the people who wrongly murdered her husband with that sword as well. So that's pretty much all they explained, but it wasn't really properly explained for the non-comic book fans. So, so anyway, who else is there?
The girl, I think that's everyone else. So in this movie, before we get into the Entrenches, I'm going to still kind of talk about the good villains, I guess. There were villains, but there were, in this movie, which they didn't really even explain in the clips of the trailers, there's two teams into one. The Suicide Squad and the armed military. I mean, call them military because I wasn't sure if they were type of branch they were, but they were part of the military. They were like about the same numbers, so they were all together. Most of them obviously died. None of the members died besides Slipknot, which obviously, like I said, resembles to the Arkham Assault, which I kind of confused. I was like, so they have 6 people in the suicide, or I don't know how many numbers there are. There's probably more than 6, but just put in 6 anyways. Comment down and tell me the correct number. 6 people in the Suicide Squad and 6 people of the military that were helping each other. Majority of them died, except for the last guy, Rick Flag. But that was kind of weird to me how they were in there just to be in there. If that makes sense. I don't remember.
They're in there to be killed off.
Yeah, I kind of understand that, but still, I didn't really get that. They didn't explain. I don't remember if they explained. If they did explain, comment and let me know, because I forgot. But I just remember that was kind. I feel like they were out of place. If that makes sense.
Yeah, kind of.
That's what I feel like.
They were kind of in the way.
Yeah, I mean, granted they all died, but I feel like they were in the way.
Like, there was this one scene where Deadshot literally killed all those
like
people
that.
by himself. Those other guys were completely...
They were like, because during that scene they were like,
Oh, shit. Yeah,
Okay. Hopefully we'll cut that out.
Yeah.
But during that scene, you know, if you watch the movie or you know whatever, but he was just like, you know, killing everyone, and all the people that were in the military were like, huh? What's this guy doing? Like, damn, he's good. Blah 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 blah. Oh my God, he's black. He could do everything. Blah blah. Blah, you know, basically what they were. I don't really recall there were any black military people in there. Honestly, just being realistic.
Yeah.
Besides,
They were
Then they were all white and they all died. They're like, you know what? Screw every other race. Let's just kill off the black people. What is Dave Ayer white or black?
He's white. David
Yeah.
Ayer. Yeah.
He probably was like, you know what? Black people have been having a rough time this year. Let's just kill off the white people. Which they end up all dying. Which I don't care. I don't mind.
We're gonna get a lot of shit in the comment section.
Oh, by the way, the joke I told you at Target. I'm not black. I'm dark white. That's a joke.
But
I'm not black. I'm dark white.
anyway,
But yeah, then I just felt like they were out of place. I understand that they died, but they didn't really explain that they were gonna be there. You know, none of the movie clips. So
they were unnecessary.
I didn't like that part. That's one of my pet peeves, I guess. Besides the fact that I wanted what's his name to be mega huge and bulky. No, not really bulky, but just buff. Croc, I want him to be buff. Besides that, Croc was a 10 out of 10. But yeah, I feel like they were just in the way. Just being honest, I just feel like they were in the way. They all died. I guess I'm happy. I don't know. I don't know what to feel about them. I just didn't like them. But and that's, I think, everyone in the Suicide Squad that I can believe. Besides Slipknot, I mean, we just talked about that. I guess we could go to Enchantress.
Yeah, I guess we can move on to her now. Because she was the biggest, I think she was the main controversy of the whole film. Because not many people understood exactly who she was and why. Like, basically, she is this evil witch that sealed herself inside this doll type thing. And an archaeologist by the name of June Moon discovers this doll in the cave, and her stupid ass decides to break it open.
Wait, before you go, I just want to let people know, I think she's white, and that's the reason why I think she broke it. She's like, hey, let me break this.
Yeah, seriously, who goes into a cave and sees a doll? Let me break this shit. And like, anyway, she breaks the doll, the spirit of the witch just flows out, goes inside her. She's possessed by this witch now, known as the Enchantress. And now Enchantress and June Moon are they're kind of fighting each other within this body because one obviously wants to have complete control. So
I thought she was pretty. I'm not gonna lie to you, the character that played her, thought she was very pretty, and then she turned to Enchantress. I was like, what the? Oh, like damn,
they did a good job.
A good job of her, because I did not recognize her when she turned to Enchantress. I'm like,
yeah,
what the
they
heck
had
is
this like crazy.
They had two transformations of her. One like very demonic, and another one some type of demonic goddess.
Yeah.
Because she ended up looking like herself, but with just a bunch of hieroglyphics crap BS. And I'm like, yeah, still not buying it. Don't like none of it.
So yeah. Anyway. So that's pretty much the basic origin story of June Moon, how she got the abilities of Enchantress. They showed that in the film, but a lot of people were still confused because they had no idea what this thing was exactly. So, anyway, she was just this witch from millennia ago that the humans used to worship, but now since the humans have turned against them, so they her and her brother sealed themselves inside these dolls later to.
Oh, her brother was another villain that I forgot to mention.
Yeah, I forgot
and
to
that's a special villain not special, but a secret villain that you don't get to see in the clips besides the movies that you have to go watch. So it was Enchantress, her brother, and Amanda Waller, the main villains. Two, they fought, and then Amanda Waller obviously didn't fight. But the two, I was surprised how her brother, I feel like he was that guy. I forgot his name, but he plays this. I think that's him. I could be wrong. I think I am wrong. Be honest with you. Comment down. Let me know who plays that guy. But I think he's from Kevin Hart's show that that's on BET. The Husbands of Hollywood, the good-looking model guy, the light-skinned black guy. I think he plays Enchantress' brother. I could be wrong, but I was surprised. I was like, hey, I think I know that guy, but I'm not really sure. I thought he did good. I did not know they were related or have. Didn't know Enchantress had a brother, so I don't know that much of Enchantress. But I thought he was good, honestly, even though he wasn't really there for that long. But I thought he was good. They ended up killing him off later. And then obviously, you know, Enchantress has his own standalone thing at the end. And yeah, I mean, I think that's him, but I don't know. Comment down and let me know who it was. I think his name is Morris something.
Yeah, so
I
anyway,
don't remember his name.
like I said, a lot of the controversy was what exactly their roles were in the movie. Like, why did they want to take over the world all of a sudden? The way the story is, the way the legend is in the DC universe is that they once did have complete control of the world. Like, the humans were their slaves. They were treated as gods. So, but eventually the human race decided to turn against them. Out of fear, the Enchantress and her brother, I cannot for the life of me remember his name, they sealed themselves away inside these dolls, and just like biding their time, waiting for the appropriate time to come back out and take over the world again. And then June Moon, the stupid archaeologist bitch, she decides to break open the doll, releasing Enchantress, and that gives Enchantress the time to finally like come up with a plan to take over the world again. So she releases her brother.
Well, go ahead. No,
I can't
that's like
remember.
scratching.
I'm like rambling. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
You were kind of, you were kind of right, most likely.
Yeah.
I don't really remember that much.
Like,
I'm just trying to remember his brother's name. I'm like, yeah, I don't remember his name.
Yeah. Enchantress plans to release her brother so that they can take over the world again. But Amanda Waller has complete access to Enchantress's heart, which is removed from her body.
Yeah, so her heart was, the whole movie, her heart
Was in the possession
of Amanda Waller the whole entire time up until the end, and then she gets it back, I think.
Yeah. And Amanda Waller's original plan was to
include her in the squad, from what I believe.
But that horribly backfired because Enchantress obviously had her own plans.
Mm-hmm.
So what the Suicide Squad had to do,
Yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
What they had to do.
Yeah. I'm rambling. I'm gonna have to cut a lot of this shit.
Damn, we have 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut a lot of this out. We're gonna have a fuck ton of fun doing the bloopers.
It's probably gonna be a 2-part bloopers. Just letting you know this now, because I know there's like a limit that I was gonna say Facebook, YouTube has. So look out for the bloopers. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yep.
What the Suicide Squad has to do is they have to figure out a way to stop Enchantress and, save the world, pretty much. And they do that. I thought it was very cliche how they stopped her, though. It was very...
Obviously, yeah. I knew.
It was very, very corny. Like, the movie was very good up to that point where, like, was the moment where you kind of questioned the quality of this movie. Just only for a few seconds, though. Or a minute, because that slow motion thing was long as hell. That slow motion sequence. But anyway, yeah, there's this whole thing where Harley throws the gun to Deadshot. The gun that's supposed to shoot an explosive to kill Enchantress. Or stop her, I should say. What really bothered me was the whole thing was in slow motion.
Yeah.
It was, hey Kevin, catch!
Gadoosh in the face.
It was just so corny. Like that was actually kind of cringeworthy in a way. But that was one of my only complaints really about the movie. Like that one bit of corniness is like, why is this in slow motion? But anyway, I personally enjoyed the movie. I understand why it got such a bad rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but I don't I do kind of believe it was unfair.
Yeah, sign a petition to get Rotten Tomatoes out, because
No.
all they do is
No, that's just stupid, man.
They-
All Rotten Tomatoes is...
sign a petition.
No,
Sign a
don't,
petition.
Don't sign the petition.
The only good movie that I know review of this year was the Star Trek.
No.
Really? Come on.
Don't sign the petition. It's
Sign a
stupid.
petition.
Because
Sign it
all Rotten Tomatoes is opinionated observations.
by a bunch of nobodies.
Opinionated.
By a bunch of nobodies.
It's just a... Yeah, I believe the petition is stupid.
He knows that I'm telling the truth. He can't even tell. He's like,
I'm trying to gather my thoughts, man.
Welcome back to the WB. I like chicken.
Freaking, I highly doubt that they got paid to give those bad reviews because WB owns a piece of Rotten Tomatoes, don't they?
No.
Yeah, I
I
believe
don't
they
know.
do.
They own a lot of things. I don't know.
Yes.
I can't keep up.
But anyways, yeah, don't. The whole petition thing is stupid. All it is opinionated observations. Make your own opinion. Don't make your own opinion. Sorry, my face is red. It's really hot in here.
No, really? I've been saying that since yesterday. See? This is why Spanish people cannot get along. They don't never turn the AC on.
Yeah. For those who are watching, I know I look white, but I'm actually Mexican American. I know. Shocker.
We're gonna see a lot of dislikes, right? dislike.
Just not believing me.
Dislike. You're white, dislike.
Yeah, my mom was white. My dad's Mexican American. Okay?
Dislike. Come back over the borders. Let's build a wall.
You're an ass.
They took our jobs! So that means half of them took your job? Literally half of them took your job. That's hilarious.
That's a whole video within itself. But anyway,
I'm so racist.
anyways, Rotten Tomatoes petition, stupid. Make your own opinions. Please watch this video and form your own opinion.
Hashtag sign it.
No. Okay, so in your opinion, what would you score this film out of 10?
Honestly, at 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
I would give
So I'm not
it.
about tomatoes.
I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. Just because, like I said, I understand why it got a bad review. Amongst
Remember, this is the first villain movie. So come on, give it a lot of break. First villain movie. This is a villain movie. Yeah, the first villain movie. So you gotta give it a lot of break.
I thought you were saying like the first movie with a villain in it, and I was like, what?
No.
I thought you, but yeah, it's a very.
First villain movie. You gotta give it a break. You know.
I'm definitely excited.
I think if they do a second one, I think my man Deathstroke is gonna be in it. If there's not, I'll be super disappointed. Because I want to see Deathstroke, and yes, I love Deathstroke on the Arrow TV, but I think the one on the live action big screen is gonna be a little bit better than the TV version. Just
way better. Man. I didn't really like.
I liked it. I mean, granted, he had an accent, but I don't care. I don't care.
Anyways, final score, 9 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10 for the fans.
What up? That's your wife.
He's an idiot. Alright guys, that concludes this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Alright, peace.